welcome to my channel. So today I'll be talking about the Friends reunion that just came out on HBO Max, well, on Thursday the 27th. And this won't be a review because if you're watching this video, you are probably a big Friends fan. And chances are you've already seen the reunion. So this will be more of a breakdown of everything that I loved about it. I watched it later in the day because I kept reading that HBO Max crashed. So many people were watching this special at the same time. So I was being patient. I waited around until later in the day and I didn't experience any problems watching, so it was worth the wait. So Friends ran for 10 seasons from 1994 to 2004. So this is 17 years later. The full cast, all 6 of them, have never been together, all of them, at the same place at the same time. And I was like, wait, these people get together a lot and often. Like Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox, they're best friends. Jennifer Aniston is actually the godmother of Courtney Cox's daughter, Coco. And Lisa Kudrow too, like all 3 of them, they're really close. They're always getting together for lunches and holidays. And then the boys, the 3 boys, they got together often too. So they get together in little groups here and there, but not all 6 of them at the same time. When I heard about this reunion, I was so excited. We heard about it, what, last year, a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. I was super excited because I thought it was gonna be episodes. I thought I was going to find out where Monica and Chandler were living, how old are the kids, does Ross and Rachel have another kid or just Emma, is Mike and Phoebe still together, where is Joey in his career? So I wanted that. They came out and said that it wasn't going to be that. It was basically going to be them sitting on the couch, talking, reminiscing about old times, showing bloopers and old footage. And I was like, lame. Nope. It was not lame. It was definitely not lame. I was smiling the whole time. If I wasn't smiling, I was laughing. It was the nostalgia of it all that hit like right here in my heart. And then a list of all the celebrities that were going to make cameos came out. And I was like, no, I don't need to see all these people. If you hear any background noises, it's this little guy here. Love him to death, but he keeps scratching the couch. So if you hear that, that's him. About the cameos, they didn't bother me at all. They were so quick that I was just like, okay, I'm fine with it. I liked when BTS, you know, the biggest boy band in the world right now, they said that Friends helped them learn English. Me too, me too. I've learned English because of Friends. Well, because of movies and music. Everything they said on TV, I would repeat it until I got it right. And I learned a lot of American slangs because slangs, they're not really in the grammar book when you learn English. I liked when the creators explained the whole beginning of Monica and Chandler, that their hookup in London was supposed to be a one-time thing. But that season ended and the creators went home and they were like, there's more to this and we need to explore it. Monica and Chandler trying to keep their relationship a secret provided some of the funniest moments of that season. We all remember, but they don't know that we know that they know. Some of the funny episodes that they showed were the one with Ross and the leather pants. Oh my gosh, where he can't get his pants up because they're so tight and they're leather pants. So he tries baby powder and some moisturizer and it makes it into like this glob. The famous pivot episode, they showed the page of the script of that whole scene and it's just one page. It's basically one line, one little word, pivot, pivot, pivot. It was just one page for that whole scene. Pivot, pivot, pivot. And Chandler goes, shut up, shut up, shut up. Speaking of David Schwimmer, let's talk about the whole revelation that him and Jennifer Aniston were crushing hard for each other on the first season. According to them, nothing happened, which makes me happy because I think if they did become a couple in real life, Ross and Rachel wouldn't have been the same. But it is really funny to watch because on the extras, they're showing when they shot the opening scene at the fountain where they're all dancing. And there's a little moment where David Schwimmer splashes Rachel. She's like, oh, the flirtation of it all. And speaking of extras, make sure you watch them. So after you finish the episode, if you click the down button, there's about 4 little clips, 3 minutes each. But there's a lot of behind the scenes, some other funny moments. There's one with Matt LeBlanc. He brings out a trifle. Remember the famous trifle that Rachel tried to make with lady fingers, jam, cooked beef with onions and peas, and Jennifer Aniston has to take a bite. They also acknowledge all the big names that made guest appearances throughout the 10 seasons, like George Clooney, Ben Stiller, which he was really funny. He played an angry boyfriend, so funny. Sean Penn, Brad Pitt, of course, and I forgot Julia Roberts played Chandler's love interest in. I completely forgot. She was on Friends. People were saying that there was an elephant in the room because they did not address Matthew Perry's past addictions. He said in an old interview that there were 3 seasons that he didn't remember anything because he was high all the time. Remember what they always say about comedians? That comedians are actually dark people in real life, and most of them are actually depressed. So it didn't surprise me that Matthew was the one that felt the more pressure. He said, if audience didn't laugh at my lines, I felt like I was going to die. I would actually break it into a sweat. And he said he will feel like that every night. Imagine how hard it was for him because the writers, they would change the jokes on the spot if the joke didn't land with the audience. There's actually a scene with all the writers huddled up with the script changing the joke. I feel for him because even the creators, they said that Matthew Perry has great comedic skills. Him and David Schwimmer are the more physical comedians on Friends. But my point is, I'm glad they did not address it because imagine you reuniting with your friends, it's supposed to be fun, happy times, and then they're gonna talk about your past addictions and put a funk on it. In conclusion, for me, 1 hour and 45 minutes was not enough. I wanted more, I needed more. They showed the routine that Monica and Ross do for the New Year's Eve episode. Today, for Courtney Cox and David Schwimmer to do that routine again. So I think 2 hours would have been good. I think I would be happy with 2 hours. You know what else I want? I want the I'll Be There For You version that's played at the closing segment. It's by an orchestra. It was so beautiful and so sad at the same time, but I want that version. Could you be any more excited about this reunion? If you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, the notification button so you don't miss any future videos, and I'll see you next time.